Hello, my friend. I'm thrilled to be here with you today. I'm Beth Bergens. I live here in beautiful, beautiful California on the Monterey Bay where the whales are now gliding through. And the sea otters are having their babies, and the big monk seals already have their babies lying on the sand together. I want to welcome you to this sacred circle today. I have the bonfire lit for this beautiful fireside chat that I've promised to share with you again. I have been leading vision quests and teaching shamanism for over 25 years now. I've led quests in the Italian Alps, beautiful, beautiful areas up there. Of course, the Swiss Alps, New Mexico, and throughout the California deserts, the Mojave. And I'm here with you today because if you are like so many people who I have contact with, I've worked with thousands of people at this point in my career, you may have that feeling of, there's more for you, maybe tapping you on the shoulder, whispering in your ear. You may even have had a dream about it, but you don't quite know what that is. It can be as if there's this gift, and it's still got the wrapping on it, and the bow. It's still tied up, and it's the gift that you came in with. There's a reason that you're here. You're needed here. You wouldn't be here right now on the planet if you weren't needed, and if your gift wasn't needed, this gift that really only you can give. You may not even know exactly what that is. I work with many women who have a vague sense of it, but they don't know exactly what that is, but they want to know what it is, right? There's this longing to know it. And it can be that, there's this sense that when you're not living that gift, that somehow you're wasting your potential. You're not living from that fullness of purpose. And there may be a sense of a lack of ease in your life because you're not living from that greater, freer, fuller place inside of yourself. Yeah. So let's talk today about living your gift. And I thought what I'd like to do before I share this next ancient wisdom key with you is I want to give you an example so you can see it in action. And just want to remind you, wherever you are right now in your life, that's the entry point for you. It doesn't have to be that you've got all your ducks in a row, or you've got all the money stacked up and all the time in the world, and not at all. We continue our medicine journey as women right where we are. And it could be that, the house is in disarray and there's clutter and stacks of things are undone, and you've got this longing, this calling, and you're on here with me, right? You're on Facebook with me. You're on my YouTube channel, Beth Bergens. You come anyway, just as you are. And I want to applaud you for just getting yourself here, getting through the maze and the labyrinth of all the things that call to you, that want to be done, need to be taken care of. We just push all that aside. And you're here right now for a very important reason, to listen to yourself. And what is your soul wanting to tell you? So let me share a story with you of one of my wonderful, wonderful clients. She happens to live in California, but she's from South Africa originally. Her name is Leslie. And when she came to me to work with me in the Vision Quest, about 2 years ago now, I have the Vision Quest now online. Makes it so much more accessible to people from all over the world, of course. You don't have to carry an 80-pound backpack anymore, right? There's Holy Mother Nature right where you live. And so this is nature-based healing that I'm introducing you to here. And the stepping stones to create that healing for yourself and get to that gift. So her name is Leslie. And when she came to me, she was in a very, very difficult place. She had psoriasis all over her body. She had been fired from her job. She was living on unemployment. And she had that feeling that I just mentioned of, I'm just wasting my potential. I've got this incredible gift. I know how to lead groups. I'm just dynamite. I'm a dynamo at it. And I don't have a job. And I'm so sick. She had white gloves that she had to wear on her hands in order to just touch computer keys. And her adult children had to help her get dressed. She had so much pain in her feet and legs with this psoriasis. You know, it's a chronic skin condition. And she basically couldn't walk at that point. And so, she was in a wonderful group of other women, and I just carried her, helped her, had my hand on her back, going through these stepping stones. And I introduced her to the roadmap to power and healing, which I'm sharing with you now. You have your own roadmap to your own power and your own healing. That's what's so thrilling about the Vision Quest work. It's not that you follow anybody else's map. I give you keys, I give you shaman secrets, and you apply them to your life and you create your own roadmap. And so Leslie began to look more deeply into what was going on in her life, what was causing all of this pain and discontent in her body. And what I helped her find and discover was she had these endless loop tapes going in her head. There were 2 or 3 of them. These old conversations with her old boss, which had been very painful at the time, in which she was constantly defending herself, trying to explain why this way, her way, would work far better for the clients, and hearing, the judgment, hearing the voice's boss over and over, the voice of the boss over and over and over, and it was just endless. There was no way out of them. And we discovered this is what was causing this toxicity in her body, that she was just living them again and again and again. So it was creating incredible stress, as you can imagine, in the body. And so the first step was identifying what are these barriers, what are these old stories that are going on. And I invite you to think for yourself, is there an old story? Do you feel kind of a blockade that you come up against when you think about opening up that gift? What do you come up against? What doubt? What fear? So we identified these, and I helped her actually, these are like invisible barriers to living the gift. I helped her unhook from them, literally. We interrupted that pattern of over and over and over, and I helped her install in her mind, this is mindset work, new beliefs about herself, about her own worthiness, about her incredible gifts, about, she had a success list she would work with every day, the things that victories she had had in her life. And every day, many times a day, she had to push those old tapes aside and keep affirming who she really is, the truth of who she really is. It was like really installing a new operating system. And so what I call this key, this ancient wisdom key, this Vision Quest key, is befriending the dragons. Because, these old voices, these old stories, what we've been told, you're not good enough, you don't know enough, they are dragons. And they just, for her, they were eating her alive. They were inside of her, they were all over her skin. And so her vague dream that she had when she came to the Vision Quest to work with me was she kind of wanted to start her own business, and she had identified it as a nonprofit business. She'd gotten that far with it, but that was all. So by the end of the Vision Quest course, which is 12 weeks, she had identified exactly what she wanted to do, with the help of these 10 medicine keys, you might call them, ancient wisdom keys. And she was starting to create her own nonprofit business. She was a teacher and a guide to others and, leading her own groups. And she held up her hands to the screen, to the Zoom screen, to show us there was no more bleeding. There were no more gloves. Her hands were completely cured of the disease, of the illness. And of course, she was completely free of those endless tapes. She was making twice the income that she did in her old job. And she loved her life. So, what I want to say to you as we come to a close here of this little short vignette is, wherever you are in your life, wherever you are, and just think for a moment, well, where am I? What's going on in my life? Wherever you may feel stuck or lost or confused or in doubt about what your gift is and how you're going to give that to the world. Wherever you feel like, I'm not living my potential, I'm wasting my time, there's got to be more to life than this. What I want to say to you is that everyone has a next step that they can take to get unstuck. And if you'd like some help with this, let me know. Send me a private message, Beth Berkins, Teacher of Shamanism, Vision Quest Guide. Or if you can see this link that I'm going to put in here, open your chat box. Go ahead and open your chat box if you're on the Zoom. And this is a live link to my online calendar. And I have some beautiful times set aside in which we can get together. We can look at, well, where are you in your search for life direction? And you're wanting to identify what is my gift. And you're wanting to begin to unwrap that. And look at, any barriers that might be stopping you. You might have a sense of those already. Very often women do have a sense. They're just kind of hesitant to look at it because they don't have a clue. Well, if I know what it is, how am I going to work with it? I can help you with that, and I would love to do that. So go ahead, click on that link, or send me an email if you like, beth@bethberkins.com. And wherever you want to go in your life, let's take a look at that and take a look at next steps and how I can help you discover how to bridge the gap from where you are right now to where you would love to be, living your potential, living your gift, living from your power and your greater purpose. So thanks for being with me today. I've loved showing you this map, and you're starting to build your own map now. Go ahead and feel free to make a copy of this and put some words on it for yourself. And, I'm here. This is my entry point. I'm right here. I'm feeling this. I'm doubting that. I'm wondering this. And this is where I want to get to. And I'm right here, and I want to take these steps. So feel free to contact me. I would love to hear from you and support you in taking next steps and discovering, well, what might be holding you back. So I look forward to having contact with you again in the future, and thank you for the privilege of your time today. Love and blessings. Bye-bye for now.